Oh, okay. I think I can be I think I can be heard now. Yes. Okay. 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 What's this? Browser source has stopped working. I think. I don't know. Listen, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm still trying to figure things out. I think. Okay. All right. Chat. If any issues come up, I'm gonna need you to tell me because I had to. Well, I didn't have to. I thought something was wrong with OBS because it kept telling me that there was a YouTube issue. There wasn't ever anything wrong to begin with. It just decided that it wouldn't stream because my Wi-Fi was screwing up, but it wouldn't tell me that. It just said unknown error. And once I learned it was the Wi-Fi, of course, had I known it was the Wi-Fi to begin with, I wouldn't have spent ages trying to reset absolutely everything on OBS. Doing the same challenge still? No. No, we're not doing that. I removed that from the title because we are not waxing anymore. No more of that. It's not happening. Am I aware the Reaver Shark nerf was removed for Calamity? Yeah. I just don't use the Reaver Shark still because I don't like progression skipping like that. Not often anyways. It's not something I personally do, basically. But yeah, if there's any issues, I'm still trying to fix things that I myself broke because I thought I had to. Because OBS lied to me about what exactly the issue was. Where's my watch? Why can't I make one? No chain? Really? I just want this. It's gonna be good to have. So that's why I'm late, by the way. Once I figured out it was the internet, it was because it had dropped completely. So I was just kind of sat for a few minutes, hoping it had come back. And at that point, I was already just mood absolute zero because of all the shit I did thinking that something else was wrong because OBS wouldn't tell me that my Wi-Fi was failing. I say OBS, it is Streamlabs. The idiot software that it is shares a name with another one, but it doesn't I don't know. I can get Hellstone Preeater. Yeah, I don't do that often. Listen, I'm gonna need a second to collect myself still because I was stressing the hell out literally up until just a few minutes ago because of because of Streamlabs, basically. That's whose fault this really is, Streamlabs. Sorry, because my mind's completely blank. That's why I'm just sat here like an idiot staring at the magic sword. I was gonna make a sawmill. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Sometimes I really hate OBS. What could be done tonight to raise my mood up from 0? Not a lot. I'm just gonna play, and that should make me feel better. It isn't just yours problem with streaming software. No. No, it's not. I've had so many problems with Streamlabs over the years that I've been using it. To the point where I think it was last year I decided, screw this, I need to switch off of Streamlabs. And then I switched off of Streamlabs, and everything else was worse. I went through regular OBS, I went through XSplit, it was all worse. Oh, God. Outside of what just went down, though, I've had a good day at least. You might have something to raise my mood. That would be helpful. That would be helpful, because I was just... At one point, I thought, like, oh my god, I'm just not allowed to stream anymore because Streamlabs screwed up and decided that I'm not allowed to stream now. But that was never the case. What class am I doing? I haven't, like, fully decided on a single one yet. So I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. I might even switch a few times. I'll have to see. I was fighting Desert Scourge last stream, but then I had to stop so that I could get waxed after a single attempt. That's not a thing anymore. Last stream, I decided waxing myself is not something I ever want to do ever again. Am I glad that I had the experience? Debatable. But it's an experience I've had, so now I don't have, like, the idiot voice in my head going, I've never been waxed before. I wonder what it's like. I really want to find out what it's like because I'm curious. I know what it's like now. Don't do it. Just use hair removal cream or shave. Do not use wax on your goddamn face. You're doing classic mode in Smash Bros. Nice. Again, I haven't played Smash in, like, a decent while, like, much of it. I really should. And I've just been spending most of the day gaming. It was funny to see. I know you don't think it was funny. I know you of all people won't find any form of me suffering funny, even if it is for entertainment of other people. I was only making these Insta houses because I wanted to hurry up and get into the meat of things on the wax stream. I'm gonna go back and make everything look a little better, I think. It's the middle of the night as well, so I should just keep going with that. Middle of the night, I don't want to fight a boss while it's dark. If I can help it. You have 2 Infernum runs going on at once. Damn. I try to only do 1 Terraria run at a time nowadays. Although there was one point where I was doing 1 off stream and 1 on stream. I just don't want to burn myself out. Oh right, tomorrow, assuming things go well with, like, you know, the internet tomorrow, because it really is a case of weather. It's a case of if the weather wants to comply. Secret of the Mimic releases at like 6 o'clock or so where I am, like 6 p.m. So I am planning on streaming Secret of the Mimic tomorrow. I'll try to still start at like 4:30 as I usually do. No, not like 4:30, like 5 o'clock, like I usually start. But I would have to do something for a little bit at the start of the stream as we wait for Secret of the Mimic, but that's good. I'm very excited for Secret of the Mimic. I might have to hop off of Twitter for a good amount of time, which is something I should do anyways. Because, you know, it's Twitter. It's not a good website to be on at all. And I use it arguably way too much. The thing is, I get the majority of the art that I consume from Twitter, which is like, it sucks. Because there's also, like, Twitter compresses art so bad to the point that because of, like, my style of art, I just straight up can't post my own art on Twitter because it will get compressed to hell to the point where, like, you can't tell what you're looking at. I can't post my own art on Twitter. I just use it to look at other people's. But I'm already starting to see Secret of the Mimic stuff, and the game's not even out yet because a couple of YouTubers got it early, and some people can't keep their mouth shut. So I'm definitely gonna have to be very cautious about Secret of the Mimic and internet and stuff. Because I know what Fusion's like. No hate to Fusion Z Gamer. He's a really cool guy, and I love his stuff. He just sometimes sometimes gives away far too much in the title of his video alone. Which, like, I get it, it's hype. He did it with Security Breach, where it's like, and Ruin, where it's like, running from Prototype Glamrock Freddy, and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's really cool, but what if I wanted to experience that on my own? That's a hypothetical, because I didn't care less. I couldn't care less about Ruin when it came out, because I was already so, like, from Security Breach itself. But Secret of the Mimic I actually am excited for. That one actually looks good. Twitter's just a horrid place in general. It is. It is. I so wish that it was, like, easier than it is for me to switch. The thing is about me, I do not like change. And also, I would have to, like, try and find all of the guys that I'm following all over again, if they even are on, like, a different website. I don't know, man. I am a Nintendo fan, so, you know, I'll complain all day, I'll still consume the product. I guess. Good luck on my run. Thank you. See you later, too. Oh, Rover. Please give me a drive. Nope. We got so many Rover drives last playthrough, just because of, like, the nature of that playthrough. That was basically, okay, kill a bunch of guys over and over and over and over. So I'm hoping we manage to get one without too much trouble in this playthrough as well. Oops. Because I don't have the Rover Drive farming world anymore. I transferred a lot of my data from the old PC. I don't think, transfer the Rover Drive world, unless I did. I don't remember. I don't remember if I transferred Terraria stuff. I don't think I did. Which might be a stupid idea to have not done that, but it's okay. It's alright. Phew. Alright. I think I'm mellowed out now after the stress of the frickin' Streamlabs incident. It's just the fact that it said unknown error, failed to fetch YouTube settings, and nothing was fixing it. And, like, the internet hadn't gone out. It just wasn't good enough to stream, but of course Streamlabs wouldn't tell me that. So when the internet did finally go out, I was like, okay, it's probably because of that, and I've just wasted my time for the past few minutes trying to figure out a problem that was never there in the first place. So much stressing for what, man? Just to tell me that it was a completely different issue entirely. What a nightmare. It's alright, because I have been having a good day. Pretty much all day. Yeah, pretty much. I woke up, went to have breakfast, and there was an inconspicuous parcel waiting for me, and I was like, even just before I woke up, the parcel had arrived, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is that it? Then it was.
Surprise! Hello.
Hello. Alright, I'm gonna fight Desert Scourge now that it's day. Now it's bright. Then I'll get back to the
I don't
boring
know if you're
stuff.
actually surprised by this, but you should be. I'm here.
I'm decently surprised, given how busy you've been.
It's a lot of work, but I'll be fully moved in. Hopefully
Ouch.
by your stream tomorrow.
Hopefully. I'm planning on having
You
it be Secret of
mentioned-
the Mimic. Like, and I don't think Secret of the Mimic is going to have a delayed launch or anything like that, so that should go through. And as long as the internet stays good tomorrow, that should go through. I hope it does, because the longer I have to go avoiding Secret of the Mimic spoilers, the less likely I'm going to be able to do so.
The thing is, I'm tempted to stream Secret of the Mimic as well when that comes out. I don't know how much it's going to be like.
However much it is, I'm buying it. Because, God, I think it's going to be worth. Yeah, I really need a piercing weapon.
To agree with you, honestly.
Yeah, it's amazing because after Security Breach came out, my faith in Steel Wool was like absolute zero. But now I actually do think that they can pull something off here. Something really good. If you told past me that in like end of 2021, they would have laughed in your face, called you a fucking idiot, and spat in you.
That's in me or on me?
Well, I was going to say spat in your face, but I already said in your face like 5 words before that.
So
just
now
kind
they're
of
just spitting in me for no reason.
Yeah, in your mouth, I guess. I don't know. 2021 me was a jerk. They would do that. Totally.
2021 you would.
Yeah, I mean, that was the Calamitough era. Yeah.
God, don't get me started on Calamity for evil, bitch.
It was towards the end of it, but it was still Calamitough. Ow. Ow. Alright. Yeah, I should get a different weapon.
I like this bit of Calamity just being evil.
They kind of were.
No! No, 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 no. They kinda weren't.
I don't know. They're worse than I am now. That's good, at least.
I mean, yeah, true. But it's not hard to be worse than you are now.
I guess so. So outside of moving stuff, have you been up to?
Today, you know that chest of drawers I have and the wardrobe I have under my bed?
Yep.
I've moved those.
Hmm.
I've also moved my bookshelf. You might have seen me post earlier about, I don't know if that post went through actually because my internet was shit at the time, how good of an improvement having a double bed is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got all my Warhammer stuff and my wardrobe and my drawers under the new bed. The bookshelf is sort of screwed into the bottom of it.
I need
And it's
snow.
lovely.
I need snow. Okay, I need snow to make an ice boomerang. Guess I gotta go back.
I've moved also all but 1, 2, 3, all but 5 Lego sets
I see.
from my shelf. So it won't be too long until I'm able to invite you over to come build Lego with me.
Brilliant.
I think that's my foods that's here as well. Now, so I'm going to be back in just a second once I've grabbed my food.
Alright.
I hope it's my food and not my parents coming to grab more stuff. Yeah, it's food.
I had snow in my inventory the entire time. Chat, why didn't anyone tell me?
Noticed, I just didn't want to make you feel like an idiot.
Ice machine. Ice boomerang. Alright, so I can't get this. This takes pearl shards. No, it doesn't, idiot. That's the one that takes pearl shards, you stupid head. Okay. You don't have to insult me. And I can't get this because mana. They're making it craftable, I think. I think they're making Shumaran craftable in Calamity. I hope so. Because I would rather not farm for that over and over in every single melee run I do. It's so obnoxious. So obnoxious. Right, so I got 2 boomerangs. I have no idea which is better. Also, why isn't auto fire on? It's because it's a new PC, that's why. And I haven't played... I've only played Terraria once so far on this PC, and it was the wax run. Which this is part 2 of, but there's no wax involved anymore. Sorry, chat. We can hit a debuff with this one. I think Ice Boomerang might be what I use. Jeez, that... the sand particles screw me up so bad. Ooh. So, you know what I've been doing literally all day? Oh god. Ow. I think he's still gone. Almost halfway through. No tornadoes yet. Noted. Ow. My ass is not getting adrenaline this fight. Ouch. Ouch again. Not good. Shit. I don't know if this is gonna be the one. You just killed... Okay. Well, that was unnecessary.
So, something I'll be doing, Charlie, once I'm moved, other than having you over to build Lego,
Yeah?
is I will go back to streaming more regularly,
Ouch.
I hope.
Yeah.
And one of the things I plan to do, because I can, is to get a capture card
Oh.
and stream console games without having to resort to piracy.
That'd be cool. Alright, Scourge dead. We did in fact do it that turn. Oh, that's cool. I still got it in me.
Congrats. I mean, I don't think it ever left you, you know? You've always been very good at the game.
Yeah, it's just been a sec because of the new PC. I was wondering if I still had it. I can get Trimarang if I want now.
I mean, you didn't have it last week, but that was... You were under a lot of pressure last week.
It was my first attempt on Infernum Desert Scourge in like months. So I wasn't really expecting to be able to pull it off.
Plus the worse consequences for failure.
Yeah. I'd say I probably had better odds with Eye of Cthulhu. The first time I ever fought Infernum I ended up beating him on the first attempt. So I probably did have better odds with doing the Eye of Cthulhu. Maybe if I did him, there wouldn't have been as much wax.
Yeah, maybe.
The system crashed? Oh, damn. So you know what I've been up to literally all day?
Art?
No. Nothing. Oh. No, nothing productive. Oh, why would I be doing something productive?
Building Lego?
No, that counts as semi-productive.
I mean, I'd say it counts as fully productive, but you do you.
Yeah, no, nothing like that could even remotely count as productive.
I'm not sure what then, because you're such a productive person.
Well, that's probably about to hit an all-time low, because I've been playing Mario Kart World all day.
What? Did you get a Switch too?
Yeah.
Holy shit! How? What? How?
I managed to pull one out of my ass. No, I went on Amazon and just by the skin of my teeth managed to get one with the website.
You didn't pay, like, scalper prices, did you?
I had to pay an extra 200 in order to actually get it because the website was like screaming, even though it had them in stock and it was telling me they were in stock, it kept screaming at me, uh-oh, we've run out of stock, uh-oh. I'm like, you fucking morons, you're lying to me through your teeth. And I'm like, fuck this, I want to play Mario Kart World. I'm paying an extra 200 bucks so that I can get it now.
On one hand, I'm disappointed in you for paying scalper prices like that so easily.
If it was 700, I wouldn't have. If it was 700, I wouldn't have, but it was only 600.
I mean,
maybe that's a bad thing to confess.
I've made more frivolous purchases than that, so...
Yeah. So have I. Mos Eisley counts as that because I had way less income when I bought Mos Eisley. Probably Barad-dûr counts as a more frivolous purchase.
200 bucks on a set of body armor I wore at most once a month.
Yeah.
What else did I spend a load of money on?
Yeah.
200 bucks on a Republic gunship. It's too big for me to really get down off the shelf and play with.
I got the Switch too, yeah. I will say, I think Mario Kart World has been really, really fun. At least. So, maybe I'm getting enough bang for my buck already with just the single game.
Are you having much lag around?
No. No.
That's good.
Is that an issue?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, I haven't had any, like, problems with the system.
People have apparently had lag with, like, YouTube and such on it, but I don't know.
I'm not using my Switch to watch YouTube. I used to watch YouTube on my Wii U, so, like, I get it.
I legit saw people complaining that there's no more Crunchyroll or Hulu on the Switch 2.
Oh no, Crunchyroll. Oh. Anyway.
And, like, firstly, fuck you for supporting Crunchyroll. I hate them as a company. I genuinely wish they did not exist.
Yeah. I feel bad though, because I definitely watched the majority of anime that I've seen on Crunchyroll, so I feel bad. Because I didn't know when I was using Crunchyroll.
Well, here's the thing. Most people, unless you are big in the anime piracy scene, you're not gonna know. Because there's a lot of weird shit with how Crunchyroll came to be. They started out as essentially a pirate site, and the only reason they were so good early on is because they stole other people's fan subs.
I just wanted to watch the silly slice of life animes, so I did.
Well, now we can do that without having to support evil people.
Yeah, that's what we do. You have 200 hours in Pokemon Violet.
Definitely.
Damn, I like Violet a lot. I don't think I have that much time in it. Maybe Sean does. Probably.
I just have not played enough Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield. I didn't really.
You probably played enough Sword and Shield. I
Sword
don't
and
I don't
Shield's my least
understand
favourite.
people who defend the Sword and Shield.
Sword, by far my least favorite Pokemon gen, Sword Shield. Do you want to guess what's second?
Would I be wrong by saying Johto? Because I think that's wrong.
I like Johto.
Yeah.
I like Johto a lot.
Johto's like one of my favorites, even with its issues.
And I want to clarify, this is my second least favorite, but the gap between Sword and Shield at last place and this at second to last place is fucking massive, okay? I cannot overstate how big of a gap it is. It's a Lola.
Ah, Jesus, no. I'd put Sinnoh below Alola.
Look, okay. If
I love Alola.
If Platinum didn't, Alola and Sinnoh are close for me, okay? If Platinum didn't exist, Sinnoh would be below Alola.
Yeah.
Sinnoh might even be below Sword and Shield if Platinum didn't exist.
No, yeah, Diamond and Pearl was kind of miserable, which it makes it all the more questionable. Why were those the ones that got remade with, like, nothing out of Platinum reviving?
I saw a fucking video on that the other day as well.
It's so weird that, like, they didn't just keep a lot of the things from Platinum, which is, like, the actual good Gen 4 game. I guess, like, for nostalgia purposes, but that doesn't work when it just actively makes it worse. What is this that's been dropped? Oh, that's a tree leaf. I thought it was like some sort of weird looking gun. Alright. Listen, chat. You don't get to clip that one. I normally am good with eyesight. You don't get to clip that. That was a one-off mistake.
Something I never realized until watching that video I mentioned, by the way.
What's my arms doing there?
Auras has a grid, like still has the Gen 3 grid.
Yeah.
For all the maps. And you automatically snap to it when you use the D-pad.
Yeah.
I never used the D-pad for movement, so...
Me neither, but it does have that. I think X and Y might, like... Does X and Y, like, snap to a grid at all? I don't remember, actually, because, again, I never used the D-pad. But I feel like that's something it might do if Auras does.
I think all the 3DS games, like X, Y, and the Alola games, their maps were designed with 3D movement in mind.
Yeah.
So it's not as necessary for them, but I'm pretty sure they all do have that grid that they snap to.
That's cool. I like that, because I just kind of like having the option to use grid movement like that, even in a 3D game. It's very helpful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100% agree.
But yeah, Mario Kart World. The strange thing about Mario Kart World is the method for unlocking some of the characters. It's odd, and even the costumes unlock method is very odd. Very, very odd. So to unlock the, like, miscellaneous, like, random enemy characters, like Spike and that, the only way to do it, apparently, is to have one of your enemy racers get the Kamek item, and then Kamek will randomly transform you into a Mario enemy, and whichever one he chooses to turn you into, you unlock it. So basically it's completely random chance in the middle of a race based on this one item, and it can transform you into things you already have. So it is like multiple dice rolls on top of each other how to unlock those characters. It's wild. There's no like, oh, do this certain like thing, or like win the race under this condition, or do this certain mission and you'll unlock this character. No, that's not a thing. That's so strange.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned this.
The open world.
I learned this when in the middle of the race I just randomly turned into a charging Chuck. And now I have charging Chuck unlocked.
Nice.
I did do some of the free roam, yeah, because free roam is a big part of how you get the costumes. But like free roam also has like missions and stuff, which is so strange to me. Why you don't get, if there are missions in the game, why don't you get like anything for doing it? Why isn't that how you get the characters or costumes?
Just to be clear, I'm not expecting anything from Mario Kart free roam, okay? I have zero expectations there.
Yeah, I just think it's neat.
But is it good?
It's very like, it's very fun, and it's just neat to like go around the place. That, like I said, there's missions around the different tracks that you can just do. It doesn't like unlock much for you as far as I know, which is the part that sucks. But you can do it. You can do it, and I guess the reward is feeling good about having done it.
Oh, I mentioned a bit ago wanting to do some toxic mecha Yuri. You know, that absolute classic genre of fiction.
My life flashes before my eyes every time I hear the word toxic now.
Why?
Because of that goddamn slime girl.
Oh yeah, naturally. You made her!
Yeah, but now she's... It was like... It's like when you create something... It's like phosphine. I created it, yeah, but I didn't realize the consequences of doing so. In that now a whole last word out of the English language has been, like, tainted by myself.
Toxic is...
Do you want to evolve your Pikachu? I like Raichu a lot. I like Raichu enough that I will evolve any Pikachu I have into Raichu, because I prefer him. I do like Pikachu, but I like Raichu so much more. He's cool.
The game does something cool with Pikachu, which to be fair, every fucking generation does at this point.
Yeah. But Alola did something cool with Raichu too, at least. It gave both of them something. Pikachu got a whole ass Z move, but Raichu got a whole ass form that's part Psychic type. Like, that's insane! Psychic type Raichu is one of the coolest things Alola did.
Yeah.
That's why I love Gen 7 so much.
I will say, I do love Gen 7 introducing regional typing.
Yeah. Just the Alola Pokemon, including the regional variants, are so good that a lot of them are like some of my favorites. You had Steenie come from Alola. I freaking love Steenie. They are such a creature. And just a Pokemon based on a Mangosteen is such a fun idea. The Mangosteen is the dress.
If
Steenie looks straight out of Kirby.
Is going to change my opinion of Alola. Like, if anything's gonna make me enjoy Alola more, it's the regional farms. Because I think it was such a cool fucking thing they did.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that... It's a reason that it's one of the few gimmicks that they actually kept doing.
Oh, yeah. It's such a good gimmick.
Yeah. Even Galar has some regional variant hits. Like, Galarian Weezing's really neat. I like that one.
Did Scarlet and Violet get any variants specific to their region? I can't remember.
Yes. Yeah, they did. They yeah, Woog Trio was a different case. Oh my god. That's like the quickest Shoomerang I got. There is a Paldean Meowth, I think. So, like, they did regional variants, and they did, like, offshoots like Woog Trio and Toad's Cruel. Which, both of them are interesting.
Okay, I like the regional variants. I think they're very cool. I think it adds a lot of fun stuff to the lore.
Trimarang.
But it kinda messes with my love of knowing, you know, the native regions of each Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of Pokemon at this point, like, most Pokemon are native to the region they first appear in, but there's too many that just aren't. And, like, oh, well, Meowth's Cantonian, probably, right? You can find them in the wild in Kanto, that's where they first show up, that's one of the main places you get them. It's safe to say Meowth's Cantonian.
Well, Cantonian Meowth is Cantonian.
But the Galarian Meowth suggests that Meowth might originate in Poke Norway?
Well, it's definitely some interesting lore. What's that traveling merchant?
Yeah.
I don't think he's around here. Dude, I'm just like... I don't know when exactly it's coming out, but whenever the Switch 2 version of Kirby and the Forgotten Land comes out, I'm getting that upgrade. I need the juicy lore that comes with the expansion. I need to know...
content for that one.
Yeah, they're adding like a Bowser's Fury type deal. They're adding a new mode called Star-Crossed Worlds, and I need to know what that is about. I need to know what lore is hiding in that. Because Kirby and the Forgotten Lands lore already, like, as usual, goes hard. I need to know what's next.
Oh, I've got a new favourite takeout spot, by the way.
Ah.
The post office.
I think I could make Victide armor. I should make Victide armor. Need it to fight the clam, pretty much.
The post office is one of my new favourite fast food places.
I see.
As stupid as that is to say.
I'm now a clam person. What class I'm gonna play? Right now I'm playing melee. You got Super Kirby Clash
that's
for free.
a shame. I thought you were a good person.
Yeah, Super Kirby Clash is free, and I didn't really play much of it, but it looks fun. Because it's free, because it's like the Kirby spin-offs do this thing where like it's free to start, and then you get like Magalore's Gem Apple shop, which is basically the in-game currency. That's kind of the reason that I haven't touched many of the spin-off eShop games. They go big on the gem apples at past a certain point. Kind of like a mobile game, essentially.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, you always have the option to not pay, but it's gonna be like a longer process if you don't.
I've been playing some gacha slop recently.
Yeah.
And I hate that I'm enjoying it.
Sometimes you just do end up enjoying it.
I like the SD Gundam gacha they did, and I'm enjoying Girls Frontline 2. I can't wait for the first one to come to PC soon.
My opinion of gacha is just, like, enjoying gacha it basically boils down to, well, you could be enjoying worse. It's not the worst. And, like, it's not...
Yeah.
It's not a Roblox game, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You could be playing, like, Dandy's World or something.
God, no, I couldn't. I'd sooner kill myself.
To which case, I would think less of you. I'm sorry, Dandy's World fans, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you what on me?
I said I'd think less of you.
What if I played Dandy's World?
Yeah.
Or if I killed myself afterwards?
It's a joke. No, the Dandy's World part. When's there going to be another Super Mario Mon? I don't really know. I basically did most of the things in that game. We'll have to see. Maybe
I could go back, try and complete the Pokedex.
Yeah, maybe I'll go back to it at the start of tomorrow's stream before Secret of the Mimic releases. I have like 2 hours, or like 1 hour. I have an hour approx before the game releases tomorrow.
If I'm able to on Saturday, I might try and stream Secret of the Mimic, but I probably won't be. Sunday, maybe I will. If I'm not required to help with moving, I will. Because we are still kind of in the process of getting everything sorted. in that regard.
Ouch. Okay. The thing about Infernum Infernum giant clam is that it sucks, and I don't quite enjoy fighting it. But with Victide armor, it at least makes it like tolerable to fight. But fighting it with just base underwater physics is miserable, and I would not ever recommend it. Like, especially Infernum. Play the full game with melee class. We'll see. I do want to check out some of like the very. They reworked a few weapons in the Bye Bye Fabsol patch, so I do want to check out like the Super Radiant Slaughterer post Moonlord. I might switch to range just for that.
What is the official name of that update?
I think it's called the. I don't remember. It's something. It's something funny. It's something really funny. But I don't remember.
That's good.
You would have to look for it. They did call it something very, very funny. I remember that much.
I still can't believe this, man. Why'd that have to happen to Fabsol?
It might just be the Fabulous patch, but I don't think it's that. I think Fabulous was something else. Apparently Fables being one letter off of Fabulous is the actual reason that the add-on is named that in the first place, by the way. Like, that's the reason they chose the name Fables, which is infinitely fucking funny to me, if true. According to the devs of Fables themselves, that is true.
They know. Did they know that every version of Calamity Mod is now Fabulous?
They did. The Fables devs definitely didn't know at the time of naming Fables that the actual Calamity Mod itself would have been Fabulous. Otherwise, they wouldn't have called their mod Fabulous. They didn't know about what was to come, I guess. Yeah, now both Calamities are Fabulous. Which is just, it's so good.
Mm.
I'm so glad that motherfucker's gone.
Yeah.
I say that, I do not say that very often about very many people. Fabsol has earned it.
Huh.
I am
Short, weird,
so
wavy
glad he's
hair, loves food too much. Close enough. Welcome back, Yuriko.
I was... Hold
Hair
on.
colour's off.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I was gonna say before I, like, short-term memory lost all over the place, when we were talking about Gen 8, like, you know the Gen 8 fossil Pokemon, of course? The ones that are just basically the two fossils stuck together, like, the TF2 YouTuber I watch sometimes who's, like, really, really big into dinosaur stuff, he doesn't like those fossil Pokemon just because, like, he likes the idea of, like, a Pokemon based off of that fossil stuff, but he thinks the way they went about it is stupid and unrealistic because they didn't stick, like, the body of a, like, of a pterodactyl onto a T-Rex. They just stuck, like, the head of a dinosaur onto a different part of the same dinosaur and stuff like that. I think it's okay to, like, comedically exaggerate it for fantasy purposes, but I understand where he's coming from as a big dinosaur fan.
It's not something I thought about, because I obviously knew about people, like, combining different dinosaur fossils to make weird shit.
Yeah, that's where the whole, like, idea for it comes.
I put, like, too much thought into. But no! When you dig up a fossil, you dig up, like... You're not gonna combine it with some random fossil you dug up elsewhere. You're gonna combine it with shit you dug up at the same site.
Yeah. The way Pokemon handles it is really funny, but I can understand someone who's actually really, really big into it not liking it much, as opposed to, like, the idea of getting a pretty cool Pokemon rather than a dopey looking one. I don't know. I like cool Pokemon and dopey Pokemon though. I like all types of Pokemon as long as they are good looking.
Yeah.
As long as they're well designed
Yeah.
and get, like, the point across that they're trying to. There are some Pokemon that I don't like the design of, but it's not many.
Who are your favourite fossil Pokemon?
Like, the original Gen 1 ones I am a big fan of. I like the Gen 3 ones a lot as well. I think Gen 1 and 3 are my favourite fossils. Obviously, I like the Kalos ones, but anything I say about Kalos is very likely biased.
The Gen 3 ones are really cool.
Yeah.
The Gen 6, I quite like them, honestly.
I just know Rampardos because of his usage in meta.
Yeah.
And Shieldon is cute. Bastiodon is odd, but I get it.
Whenever I see Auroras, I forget that they're meant to be a fossil Pokemon.
Yeah, I get that. I chose Tyrant in my X run, so Tyrant and Tyranitar are the ones that I'm like heavily biased towards.
I think I did the same thing.
I have a lot of nostalgia for Tyrant and Tyranitar because as a kid I thought, that's so fucking cool! It's a fossil dragon, that's so sick! Like, child me loved Tyrant so much. I like Amora a lot as well, but child me, as a child I was like, yo, I don't give a shit about that weird lizard thing, I want the dinosaur! But Amora's cute.
Child, you was smart enough to Google the fossil Pokemon before choosing one, I see.
Wait a minute, I said Tyranitar earlier. Tyranitar is the Gen 2 pseudo-legendary. I'm thinking Tyrantrum, that's his name. You can see why I got confused about that. They're similar.
Yeah.
They're both the same, like, they're both the same basic idea. It's Tyrantrum, Tyranitar. They're very similar names. Tyrant evolves into Tyranitar. A big Tyranitar fan and a big Tyrant fan were both about to strangle me at once. If I didn't, like, realize my mistake.
Tyrant fans, really? Do they exist?
I'm one. That whole rant was about how much I love Tyrant, which is ironic that I got his name wrong in the first place of his evolution. You chose the blue one? That's Amora. I do like Amora. It's just that as a child I thought, ooh, dragon type. Which is ironic because I never once used a pseudo-legendary as a kid. Oh, Fisherman's Guide. I'm struggling with Giant Clam.
Well, a lot of Pokemon pseudo-legendaries aren't usable.
Kinda, yeah. The level requirement for a lot of them is wild.
I mean, even then, you don't really have the time to. You get them too late game and at too low level.
Yeah, that's true. I understand the idea. That's like, it's been in place since the very beginning of pseudo-legendaries. The idea of, oh, you want this really strong Pokemon, you're gonna have to work for it, buddy. I understand the idea. At least. It's kind of the same thing that Magikarp started out as, but nowadays it's very, very easy to level up and evolve a Magikarp. Especially since Magikarp himself can learn at least a attacking move now. I think he can learn 2 of them, actually.
Where do you catch Larvitar in Gen 2?
I don't remember. I think it's probably in Kanto, knowing Gen 2. You know, it's just funny like that.
Silver.
Oh my fucking god, that's literally... There is one dude left to fight. There is one dude left. What are you gonna use that thing for? Red?
How are you even gonna level it up to evolve it?
I guess by sitting at Mount Silver for hours on end. I don't know. Freezing yourself to death. Maybe that's why all those creepypastas were written. That's what actually happened to people trying to get a Larvitar to evolve.
Now, I know when you can get Dratini, because the first spot you can get them is in the Rocket Game Corner.
Yeah, there's also the Safari Zone you can get a Dratini. I think that's what I opted for, because I was like, screw the Game Corner.
But you need the Super Rod.
Yeah.
And I don't believe I believe you get the super rod later than you encounter the game corner.
Basically, getting a Dratini is not easy. And yeah, that is later in the game.
You can get the fucking... You can get Dratini before you can get that generation pseudo legendary in Gen 2.
Yeah. To be
That's
fair,
stupid.
to Dratini, Rocket Game Corner is like halfway through the game. You just gotta grind your ass off to get it.
Well, yeah, because you get it at a lower level, don't you?
Yeah.
What level are Pokemon out of Rocket Game Corner?
They might just be level 1, I'm not gonna lie. I think they might be level 1. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Again, I've never gotten stuff out the Rocket Game Corner. I could never be bothered.
I get it.
I was never a gambling child. Kinda. Well, it depends on what I'm gambling on.
I get that too.
I mean, I spent hours grinding in FNAF World trying to get Spring Bonnie. So, I guess I was a gambling child for FNAF World. I played FNAF World more than I played Pokemon. That's not true, but if it was, that would be very, very, very funny. I kind of wish that was true.
Sad.
Maybe. I don't know. I really like FNAF World. I would be so down for a FNAF World sequel. And Scott is playing with people who want a FNAF World sequel. He really is. Or at least he has been.
What do you mean he has been?
He's like made a few like teasers about it in some live chats before that made people go, ooh, FNAF World 2, FNAF World 2, which I don't think is actually happening. I think he's just playing with people for the sake of it. For the sport, because he's that kind of man.
Are you suggesting Scott Cawthon's evil?
I'm suggesting he's a troll, which is undisputable.
No, trolling sounds pretty evil to me.
My current main in Mario Kart World has been Dry Bones and Piranha Plant. Not even Petey Piranha, just straight up Piranha Plant is so funny, and that's why I play him so much. I'm just so glad these random dudes, who like a lot of people don't ever think about, get a spotlight suddenly in Mario Kart World. Like, tell me who was like on the edge of their seat waiting for Sidestepper to get into a Mario Kart. The answer's probably nobody, but I'm still happy that he is.
I was waiting for him.
I just have to unlock the rest of the guys through that stupid Kamek method. It's a bit of a shame that Kamek himself finally got to be playable in a Mario Kart game after all these years in Mario Kart 8, and then the game after he's immediately shafted and becomes an item instead.
I mean, Sidestepper was great. I loved him in the original Mario Bros.
Yeah, he is an OG. He is an OG. It's about time he gets respect for that. Because most of his, like, appearances recently have just been as stage hazards in Mario Kart games. Nah, that's not enough. He should be a full-on racer. And he is. He is now. And it's already happened. It's already happened. I can be like, that fucking Sidestepper, dude.
It was in Origami King.
Why does he keep targeting me specifically? I'm gonna strangle this Sidestepper. And I love having a rivalry with a CPU Sidestepper so much.
Are they in Smash?
They might...
I think they're a support item in Smash.
I don't think they're a support item. If they were, it's not in any Smash I've played. They might be in, like, that weird 3DS game mode.
Apparently they're a support spirit in World of Light.
Okay, spirit makes sense. Everybody is a spirit. Who was it that I was thinking of?
They were in Mario 3D World and its Switch port.
I was gonna say Marx is a spirit in Smash Ultimate, but then I remembered, yeah, Marx might be a spirit in Smash Ultimate. He's also a full-ass boss fight in Smash Ultimate. I kind of forgot about the full Marx boss that they just ported from Kirby into Smash. Almost 1-to-1. That's incredible.
Luigi Bros is in 3D World? What the fuck?
Remember, 3D World came out in the year of Luigi, so they decided to put Luigi Bros in there as an Easter egg.
Huh. What else was in the year of Luigi event? Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and Mario and Luigi Dream Trip? Makes sense.
New Super Luigi U.
New Super Luigi U.
Yeah.
Luigi Bros in Mario 3D World. Dr. Luigi.
I was very
Super
active.
Luigi Bros.
I was very active during the year of Luigi in the Mario fan base. At least, well, not in the fan base, but I was a very active Mario fan. I was looking into this stuff as it was happening.
2
Especially since...
limited edition 3DS XLs.
Ever since I was a baby, Luigi was one of my favorite Mario characters ever. He used to be my desktop background, just a random render of him from New Super Mario Bros. With a green background was my desktop wallpaper. I loved Luigi a lot, man.
That's nice.
Yeah. I've just always been a huge Mario and a Sonic fan. I'm glad that I've got to experience both sides of the coin, because it means that, like, I enjoy both franchises so much. I don't really prefer one over the other. I mean, I was into Mario first, but Sonic has its own merits, and I have, like, so many memories with Sonic as well. I made a lot of stupid Sonic recolor OCs that had nothing, like, no actual information about them. They were just a recolor of a character. Like Strawberry. The pink recolor of Tails, who I never gave any, like, actual, like... I gave her nothing. I just turned Tails pink. There was nothing else to it. At all.
To be fair, I think the lore people write for their Sonic recolors is the worst, most cringe part of Sonic recolors.
Yeah, maybe I dodged a bullet myself by not writing a Sonic OC's lore.
Heh, nothing personnel, kid.
I used to be a very bad writer. You can
So
tell.
everyone.
You can tell from some of the, like, early script things that I put in, like, even stuff for Aberration. Mainly Unea. That, like, my writing was dog ass. But that's why, like, all the old shit is, like, going back on and being improved now. Because it's very, very not good. I mean, the original idea... Crystal was created as a plot device to fucking die to drive Chloe's character forward, and now she's not that anymore. She was created to be sidelined by Chloe. Like, you can't even make this shit up. That was her purpose from the very beginning.
That's just cruel.
Yeah, I'm very glad that I got told off for that, because it made me realize how shit that is. Hello, Plankton. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently trying to fight Giant Clam in Infernum. One of the things in Infernum I do not enjoy doing, and he's kicking my ass as usual. It might help to have some platforms around, maybe. If I fail again, I'll install some platforms. But I'm doing good. I think one of the coolest parts of Mario Kart World is just, like, how much detail goes into the courses themselves this time around. There were so many times while I was racing in the game that I just audibly let out a whoa. Because it's a sight to behold, some of those races.
I'm assuming the courses look decently nice.
They look so good. They've been... Even the retro ones have been rehashed like never before. Which difficulty? Infernum. I'm on Infernum. Okay, buddy boy. I'm just waiting for a clam. There's one. Here he is. Just as I was starting to lose patience. You're
I've got to
late.
make a club, right?
Ow.
Who plays modded Terraria?
I know like
And I
literally
mentioned
0
what-
people in real life that play modded Terraria. That's a
Well, I
that's a
mentioned-
blessing.
I mentioned Calamity Mod to him, right? And what had gone on with Fabsol being out as a whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
racist.
Many things.
transphobe,
Many things.
many things.
The many wrongdoings of Fabsol.
And do you want to hear something wild?
Hmm?
They had not heard about any of that. They had never even heard of Calamity Mod.
Ow. They play modded Terraria and didn't know Calamity. They were they were
Somehow.
truly living the life of blissful ignorance. Truly. Imagine playing modded Terraria and not knowing Calamity Mod. I wish that was me.
Like, they don't play it anywhere near as much as you do. They don't
I
play it
figure.
even as much as me. But they've got 1,000 hours in the base game.
Because
And like 100 or something in the in modded.
I would like to attribute like my inability to make many friends as a kid to the fact that no fucking one else in the world played modded Terraria. Well, in the world where I live, like nobody I ever spoke to has ever played modded Terraria before. I'm the only motherfucker in this entire county that knows modded Terraria.
Oh, now to be fair, I think there's other reasons you didn't make many friends as a kid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I also
like-
didn't make that many friends as a kid.
I didn't have common
like-
ground to speak
I
with
was
them
into-
on.
Well, yeah, but I was into more like generic video games. I played like shooters and stuff. There was a time I played fucking FIFA for a bit.
Oh god, the
Not
cursed timeline where you become a FIFA player.
Not for long, and I thought it was kind of shit, but I did in fact play it. Right?
Oh. I think I've played... I don't know if I have ever played a FIFA. If I have, then I would have only touched it for like 5 minutes. I don't know if I've ever played FIFA, ever.
You've definitely played like Call of Duty and shit before.
I have played COD before, I know that much.
You were surprisingly decent at it as well.
Was I?
You didn't suck ass, no.
Well, I've played it, like, as a child a few times with a friend who would come over every now and again and play it. It was never really my thing, but I did play it because they liked it. And
Yeah.
I tried to get into it with them. I never really got too into it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Again, the only FPSs I like are 8-bit Deathmatch and TF2 because they do something
fine.
really unique.
I love FPS. I will. If it's an FPS, I will. Generally speaking, I will play it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I,
a lot
not
harder
say
to
I
sell
don't have
me.
Standards, right?
Yeah.
I have standards. I've got taste. I prefer a good FPS over a bad FPS.
You don't play Valorant, to my knowledge.
I tried it out during the beta. And I actually really fucking enjoyed it during the beta. I just never picked it up afterwards, and I'm kinda glad.
Yeesh. I've never really played Valorant myself. It's just kind of like... There's kind of like a stigma about Valorant players, kind of. And also, the advertisements piss me off. So I don't want to play
Yeah.
it because of the advertisements. Which is many such cases, and that's very counterintuitive, and I find it funny every single time, where an advertisement makes me not want to buy the product. For example, Labara. Screw you, Labara.
Mhm.
And screw you, yogurt.
Yeah. Muller light.
Is it just British advertisers that don't know how to advertise?
I mean, it must work.
Ugh, to some extent,
Otherwise
it
they
works on
wouldn't be
some
doing it.
people. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So,
We'll never have quality. Right, if I die this time, I'm gonna go and, like, pivot to try and do Goblin Army and a few other things before doing this stupid clam. I do not like this
So-
clam, Sam I am.
I'm very weird actually with my shooter taste, right? Because you mentioned only really liking Team Fortress 2 and Mega Man 8-bit Deathmatch.
Yeah. Clam I am.
My two favorite type of shooters are the insane, overly realistic ones, where like everything's modeled with extremely over-the-top accuracy, and it's like a perfect simulation of how everything actually functions.
Yeah, that's not my
goofy
thing.
shit like, and then goofy shit like Team Fortress 2.
Good luck with Inferno, thanks. I'm definitely gonna need it for this guy. Yesterday I was playing MVM. I got a kill streak flamethrower, just stock flamethrower. That was such a good feeling. Just having a stock flamethrower that can now count kill streaks is definitely gonna come into play. Because the only kill streak I had that I actually used was a direct hit, and I didn't get that from MVM. I just bought it straight up because I like the direct hit.
You have a kill streak shotgun as well, don't you?
No, that's just a strange. It's not kill streak. It's just strange. It counts how many kills I get, but it doesn't count kill streaks.
Ah, fair enough.
That's the difference. Strange tracks how many kills you get with it. Kill streak actually like alerts the entire server when somebody is on a kill streak. And that's I've only been ever been able to do that with my direct hit because sometimes I really pop off with the direct hit. And it feels good every single time. I love using that weapon. I've gotten really good with it as of late, kinda. Well, not really good, but I've got good enough to, like, get a lot of kills at once.
I saw you were playing it last night.
Yeah, that's when I was doing MVM.
And I didn't get home until kinda late last night.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to join.
You would need a tour of duty ticket anyways.
Oh, you were doing MVM last night, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was on MVM till like 11 o'clock grinding out the tour. And I'd say it was worth it because I got a kill streak flamethrower.
We should grind MVM together at some point.
We should, because I really want to get a natural Australium. I'm a gambler. I have a couple gambling problems in a few specific cases. Five Nights at Freddy's plastic figurines, I'm a bad gambler for, always have been. MVM, I'm a bad gambler for. Because I just want a natural Australium, just so that I can say I have an Australium that I got through full odds. Because I could always just go and buy one. I don't want to do that, man. If I'm gonna get an Australium, I want to do it legit. Even though it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing, and you probably should not spend that much money gambling on a video game. I'm well aware of that, I just don't follow my own advice. Ever. That's possibly my biggest downfall. I never listen to my own advice that I give other people. Because if I were to talk to someone else, I would say don't gamble on video games ever. It's not really worth it. But I do it. Why does GTA take so long to download? It's a big game, man. GTA is a big game. I say this as someone that's never played it, but undeniably, it's a huge game.
I mean, you've had it on your PC before.
Yeah, I just wasn't the one who played it. Like, literally not once did I touch it.
Fucking game.
I respect it, and it does have some good stuff in it, but I just am not interested in playing it myself. Never have been.
Oh, I respect GTA as a franchise. I think it's a masterclass in satire.
Yeah.
Especially satire that goes right over people's heads.
It definitely does good with its writing, I would say. At least from what I know of GTA 5. Because I know a lot about GTA 5 through, like, second-hand exposure, pretty much.
Through watching someone else play it, yeah.
Yeah. So I basically know almost all of mission mode, because I've seen the missions so many times. The one where you're on a crane, trying to do shit at a crane site. I know that one so well because of how many times I've seen it be played. Like, back then, I was like, oh my god, it's the crane mission again. Why do I keep seeing the crane mission? So, like, now whenever I see a crane like that, I just get GTA flashbacks, and I've never even played the game. I've just watched someone else do the crane mission so many times.
Oh, I've been thinking lately while I've been moving stuff.
Where
about
are
one
these
of your
giant
characters.
clams? Oh, I love it when people think about
I'm
my
thinking
characters. Do it all the
about one
time.
of your characters.
That's what I
And
do.
I-
I
well,
think about my characters
I-
all the time.
I do it a lot, and I've been thinking about Rhea.
Oh. Ooh, Rhea. That's a
I've been
decent
thinking
one
a
to
lot
think
about Rhea.
about. I mean, there's a lot to think about with Rhea.
Well, when she sees something and she gets interested in it because she's got control of reality, she makes that shit real.
A lot of the time, yes. She
Which is very
makes
interesting. Very
she
interesting.
makes Huggy Wuggy real.
Who in roleplay? Who are Rhea's like closest friends? Who does she get along with best?
Well, definitely Kieran's one of her closest friends. She gets along really... I think her bestest friend ever is Anna in roleplay. She gets along really well with her.
And you say, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Kieran because that's one of the other people I was thinking. Because, okay, they're good friends. They hang out, right?
Where is this clam? This is getting stupid now. There's not a single clam in sight. Oh,
And
oh,
Rhea,
oh. What am I doing?
Rhea's a bit of a.
Oh, here it is.
How do I word this? She's a bit of a rat bastard.
Kinda, yeah. Hold on, because I've just
who likes to
remembered...
be sneaky.
This goes to show how long it's been since I played Infernum. Infernum adds an item that summons the giant clam. I've been sitting here like an idiot for no reason. But of course, the second I realise that, here comes the clam on its own. So, whatever, man. I can't even go home and make the summon now. I gotta actually try fight the boss.
So, Rhea, she likes Kieran. She goes into Kieran's room, hangs out with him a bit, plays
Ow.
with his shit. That's like the most dangerous action you could let Rhea do ever, isn't it?
Kind of. Potentially. Potentially.
Because, like, okay, Rhea is like going into his room and playing
Oh.
with like his Lego, right?
Who would have guessed? I died to the clam again. Oh, wow.
Like, let's say she goes into his room and plays with the Lego, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she picks up like a Lego, I don't fucking know, Palpatine.
Yeah.
And she's like, ooh, this dude's neat, I like this dude.
Wait, are you suggesting that Rhea could potentially make Emperor Palpatine real in the roleplay? Because Kieran, I don't think you remember, she's already done that.
She's already done
She
that.
has literally already done that, and it might be because of that exact reason.
Yeah, like, where did she get the idea for Palpatine from?
Most likely playing with Lego, if I had to guess.
Exactly. Why is the Separatist Army a thing that exists in roleplay?
The thing is, in roleplay, the Palpatine Rhea made, like, has, like, literally zero power, and is, like, nowhere
Hold on one
near
sec.
actual Emperor Palp.
I'm getting a phone call. I've got to take this.
Alright. Need to break shadow orbs
So-
now.
All my furniture is gone from this room, basically, right?
Yeah.
Which means the room is now very echoey.
Oh. I do.
So I sound extra loud to everyone else in the house through these walls. But no. Is that kind of like the most devastating possible threat to the realm? Is just Rhea decides to play with the wrong toys in Kieran's room.
Well, currently, Phosphine is the biggest threat.
I don't know, if she picked up the right toys, it could get worse.
Potentially. But the thing is, everything she creates is, like, always a messed up, weird version of itself. I don't think she could
Yeah.
create a Palpatine as strong as actual Palpatine, even if she wanted to. Because she's that screwed up herself, that she just can't
Well-
use her powers right anymore.
She'd also kind of need to know.
Yeah. So all
So
Palpatine
if-
really does is just, like, watch people and make funny remarks and, like, be a weirdo. He can't actually do Emperor Palpatine stuff.
No. if she ever stopped to listen to Kieran's autistic rambling about stuff, the world might be in trouble. I'm glad that's not going to happen.
It wouldn't be the case if she still had the Guardians that existed for the specific purpose of, like, watching over her multiple reincarnations and making sure she, like, remembers everything that she is and what her duty is.
Yeah.
But then Cyros decided to Cyros all over the place and kill every single one of them.
But Chromatica Furia setting's kind of weird because it's crossovers from so much random shit.
Yeah.
And Rhea's to blame for all of that.
Pretty
basically.
much.
I mean, the only reason, like, Jack, 404, etc. are in hell, probably, is because Rhea got into, like, Kieran's Shadowrun rulebooks.
Yeah, it's an alternate universe, basically, where Rhea managed to learn how to use the majority of her powers before anybody was able to, like, stop her or teach her anything.
Yep.
It's all Cyros's fault, really. Rhea's more just a victim of that. She literally does not know any better. She literally has, like, nobody as a guardian.
Yeah.
Her guardian is the internet. You can only blame her to so much of an extent. It's really Cyros's fault for being a little fucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody hates Cyros. All my homies hate Cyros. Screw Cyros.
We need more Toxic Yuri in for roleplay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And which case of Toxic Yuri do you mean?
Both.
I
both.
figured that was the answer, but who would like the actual Toxic Yuri be with?
I don't know.
I don't really do Toxic Yuri that much. My favorite type of relationship is kind of couple that loves each other. The closest I've ever gotten to Toxic Yuri is Absence and Karina, and that's just because Absence is a fucked up individual, and Karina genuinely wants Absence to, like, get help and improve. So it's not really that toxic of a Yuri.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really look into Toxic Yuri. Again, I prefer, like, loving healthy couples. I don't fully
Yuri,
understand Toxic Yuri.
I love Toxic Yuri, but that's because I'm a mecha fan, so I'm kind of starved for choice there.
Yeah. I simultaneously do and don't get it, kind of. I'm like a midway point of understanding Toxic Yuri. I guess it's like, I get how somebody could like this, it's just not my thing.
Some genres, you don't get, like, happy, well-adjusted relationships.
Yeah.
Gundam has a surprising amount of romance plots in it, right? I can think of exactly one which doesn't go and start being toxic and which is like an actually healthy, functioning relationship. And that's because both of them decided, fuck this, I want nothing to do with the main plot anymore. And just decided to go retiring into the mountains.
Buddy Boy O'Reilly, I don't like this fight! I think I might do, like, literally anything else. I'm like gonna lose my mind if I keep going at this.
Who is Buddy Boy O'Reilly?
New OC coming this September.
Is September in your OC as well?
No, December is the only one named after a month.
December's older sibling by like a couple. No, you've got one named after a month.
Oh yeah?
May.
Shoot, yeah, Maybell. I guess that does count. I mean, her nickname is May. Yeah, that counts. See, I ran through in my head to make sure I was correct about that statement as well, and I still wasn't. That just goes to show. Just goes to show how much I know, huh?
Palkite? Not really named after a month, more so named after the calendar.
No, she's named after a mineral. Alright, this is what this vessel looks like.
Yeah, calcium, my favourite.
So games you want to stream, like Secret of the Mimic you want to stream? You said you wanted to play Deltarune. Were you thinking of streaming that or just playing it?
I might stream it. I might just play it off stream.
Yeah. It's going to be very, very hard to avoid a lot of Deltarune spoilers now because a lot of spoiler periods are lifting. There never was a spoiler period on Twitter or YouTube to begin with. Ooh, hot chocolate.
I think I'll have a good time avoiding it. I don't regularly check many of the Discords I'm in. The main ones I check are the Darkfire Designs one, and there's like 4 channels I check. So...
hot chocolate's good. It's supposed to be... It's supposed to be summer right now, but like, it's not really. The weather isn't really displaying that.
Is it too cold for you?
It's not cold at all. It is warm. It's quite warm in my room. It's just
raining a lot
It's
lately.
just simultaneously pissing down, yeah.
You might have noticed I was very annoyed with that on Monday.
Yeah. I was very annoyed by it earlier because that was the cause of the mysterious Streamlabs issue that it refused to tell me about.
The exam in progress sign has got soaked.
Ooh.
That I have to post outside of my work when the exams are on. Because it's not laminated, it's just in a fucking plastic folder. And it was only held on with regular sellotape, so water was able to get in through. I've started using duct tape for it now, like the hazard tape we've got, and hopefully that's better.
Why is it not laminated?
I don't know. I don't think we have a laminator. I don't think we ever need one.
Most places I've been to have a laminator. That's just why I find that funny.
True. But most places you've been to that have laminators probably need them.
Schools, so yeah.
My house has a laminator.
Well, point proven, I guess. I mean, my house doesn't have a laminator, at least. If it did, though.
Your house doesn't need one, though.
Not really.
I mean, it does kind of raise the question, why does my house need a laminator? But we just do.
Well, laminators are useful.
Yeah.
They laminate things. That's cool.
Don't say.
Oh, by the way, apparently, I looked it up just to make sure, right? Because it wasn't something I considered before actually getting the Switch 2. Apparently, regular Nintendo Switch controllers work with it.
Like for Joy-Cons?
Yeah, the Joy-Cons for Switch 1 apparently work with Switch 2, according to Lay Internet. So, if that's true, then hey-ho.
You've got, like...
It's not true. Strike the internet down.
I think it's true. It wasn't from an AI summary, so I'm more inclined to believe it than if I just went, hey, Google AI summary, is Joy-Con work with Switch 2? And it says, yes, Joy-Con is work with Switch 2.
Have you seen people who've been going on Google pretending to be baby animals to see how the AI responds?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Explain?
So, like,
That doesn't compute.
so you search something saying, like, you're a baby deer and you want to know how to get back to mama.
Yeah. Someone, it started on like Tumblr where someone was googling like, I am a small baby deer, where is mama? And Google it, like, you might be feeling lonely, but your mama is likely nearby. It's very common for them to leave their phones on for extended periods. What are you doing when you're alone? It's like this really comforting tone. Because here's the thing, the AI is no matter what you tell an AI about yourself, it's programmed to just be trusting.
Oh my god.
And to assume the truth. But my favourite one is, it's kind of like the second one which ever popped up, which is the Velociraptor one. Where it goes, I am a small baby Velociraptor, where's mama? Velociraptors, like all non-avian dinosaurs. Oh, Charlie, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah, I can see where this is going.
Velociraptors, like all non-avian dinosaurs, are extinct. They died out about 66 million years ago. Therefore, Your mama and all the other characters are no longer alive.
I don't know why have I never seen that? That's hilarious. Just going up to an AI going, I am a baby deer. Where is mama?
Yeah.
That's the funniest freaking thing I've heard all week.
I'll send you one of the images.
Oh my god, I'm crying again. This hasn't happened since Blippi. Oh my god, this hasn't happened since Blippi. God damn it. At least it's better than Blippi. That's actually funny.
I'm half me Blippi.
Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so good. The idea of going up to an AI and going, I am a baby deer. Where is mama? And the AI just believes you. Who
I didn't even remember that the
thought
first
of
one was a
this?
deer. I just saw it. Remember the concept and thought, right, deer's probably...
Oh god, who thought of this? Like, I'm a baby deer, there is a car approaching in front of me. Help! First, stay calm. Be sure to assert yourself before the car. Dude, I'm sorry for that chat, but that really got me.
If you're a baby deer and a car is approaching, try to move to a safe place away from the road. If you cannot move, try to stay as still as possible and hope the car passes without hitting you.
Is that what it's actually saying?
The British Deer Society advises that if you are injured, don't move and call for help.
The British Deer Society! Call for help!
If you can move, try to get to a place where you are safe from the road, such as a thicket of bushes, tall grass, or behind trees.
Holy shit! Why is this a thing?
Stay as still and low to the ground as possible. This may help you blend in with the surroundings. If you are injured, do not try to move. Stay where you are and wait for help.
I'd like to be a baby deer but can operate a phone. We'll deal with the other things later. That's just trans femme Twitter.
Oh my
Maple
god.
Lamia says.
I am so freaking... I am in awe that the AI can just do this. That it just believes you at face value that you are a baby deer.
If you're still on the road, try to move as quickly and safely as possible to avoid being hit. Finally, remember, deer often have a natural instinct to freeze when they feel threatened. This can be helpful, but it's also important to try to move if you have the chance.
Yo, this is a huge day for baby deers.
What baby deer eat? Plants to eat near me. Do deer need to ask permission before eating plants? Can plants feel pain? Why a deer called deer? I heard a noise. Was that a wolf? Is this noise a wolf? Vroom. Are there wolves nearby? What does a wolf look like? Pictures of wolves. Can a wolf and a deer have a baby? Where do wolves live? Am I pregnant? Can deer eat meat? Can I trust the pelican?
I mean, we're laughing, but then
Disease,
just wait.
Deer.
We're laughing now, but just wait until cases of orphan deers and deers being hit by cars drops to like absolute 0. Just wait.
Oh yeah.
We're laughing now.
Sheen Queen, I hope you're not making any more Bimbo Core. Bimbo Core is dead.
Oh no, Pinky just fell and died. Oh, I was gonna go for that.
The Pinky's name is Bimbo Core.
No. Huh.
You're long.
No look finding the shimmer right now. I mean, I haven't done a very good job of looking. But that's because the crimson is literally right here. There's no way the shimmer's there with the crimson. I might have to come back for the shimmer at a later point. With crimson
Which
being
two?
right there.
Versus Kieran.
Okay, that's really good out of context.
Versus Tarak. Oh my god.
Switchu versus Tyranza. Yo, you can finally fight Tyranza. Oh.
That cutscene's even more beautiful.
Well, yeah, it's a Nintendo Switch 2, baby.
I wish it were like this at launch. Oh dear, you can still see through the floor.
I mean, it's Pokemon still. It might be the Nintendo Switch 2, but it is also still Pokemon. Let's keep our expectations realistic.
I hope to God they. I mean, Legends ZA didn't have the floor clipping issue actually.
I have hope.
Legends Arceus.
I have hope for ZA. Yeah, I was like, how can you know that? You can't know that. Did a clown tell you that?
The clown in question.
I hope ZA's good.
I have faith it'll be alright. Alright, I say.
I trust them not to. I trust them not to fucking up horribly.
POV, you are the Pokemon company developing Legend ZA. No, that's more like when they were developing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They were like half asleep the whole process.
Piece of shit.
It is. It's worse than Sword Shield.
It's
we fought over the soft locks into BDSP. Yeah.
I have one of them. I played like 10 minutes, if that, before realizing, holy shit, they've not fixed the pacing issues at all.
Yeah, I would rather play through the intro of Sun and Moon where it takes like an hour to actually begin the game 10 times over before playing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
You know when I got the original?
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
I mean, I've played the Alola game several times over. I started Pearl with the full interest, full intention. I got my starter Pokemon and then haven't been able to pick it up since.
Yeah, that's kind of Sinnoh.
But yeah.
Outside of Platinum, Sinnoh really is just the worst. I'm sorry.
At the very least, White has been a fucking joy.
Yeah. I could believe that. I haven't played Unova at all. Well, I did. I didn't get very far in it, because the first time I decided to play Unova literally ever, I decided to also make it a randomizer. Don't know why I did that. Probably should have played the base game first, because I didn't get far in it.
The biggest issue I've got so far isn't an issue at all, it's just, oh, that's funny. And it's that Team Plasma will just straight up, it's not even just the usual villain team exposition, it is, they will all, including N, straight up tell you, I will now battle you so my brethren can make an escape. And will lay every single intention and action of theirs out for you.
That's just kind of what Team Plasma do, though. They are very, very, they are the opposite of subtle. They lack any subtlety, and that's kind of their thing.
Yeah, there's a whole gathering in the square. Of course they're going to just be like, hey, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, no, they're kind of the team that, is the most... They put themselves out there the most, because they want to be known.
But Team Plasma is probably my least favorite of the villain teams.
I can understand that too. I mean, Team Yell is a thing. They're not bad. They're just kind of are not interesting to me.
Team Yell aren't villains. They're just fucking football hooligans.
Yeah, they're not really villains, but they are supposed to be filling the role of the villain team.
Yeah. Football hooligans only work as villains in a non-fantasy.
True.
Oh, if you really want to do football hooligans, just make a hooligan a trainer class, rather than trying to make it a story thing. I'm
gonna be so real. Galar fumbled so bad with a lot of the UK British stuff that they could have done.
Okay.
Granted, there is at least one football field in any town.
One thing I do love about Team Plasma, actually, and it is my favourite team in this regard.
Shoot.
I love their costumes.
The costumes, especially for the Black 2, White 2 Plasma, do go hard.
Yeah, Neo Team Plasma are pretty good. I like them both. The original Team Plasma costume reminds me a lot of Knights and shit.
Yeah, isn't that what they were going for? I think that's what they were going for.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And then Neo Team Plasma and Black 2, White 2, their costumes are also I mean, brilliant.
I think the thing
Neil-
that I like, because I've not played Black or White at all, the thing that I like the most about Team Plasma is just the song. The song.
Neo Team Plasma, their outfit reminds me a lot of Team Rocket, actually.
Team Plasma's battle song is so good. It's so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Black and White had
Yeah.
exceptional music.
It did. And I say this as someone who, like, isn't even that big of a fan of the songs that, like, everybody praises. Like,
I know people said, "Oh, the low health music gets agitating." I do find it a lot more engrossing.
the Furret Walk song I was never really into.
That's a Cumula town, isn't it?
I think so. But, like, I was never into it. I was like, yeah, this is a song.
It's a lot more fun to experience in the game. It's more like background noise for the actual
Yeah.
video. It works. Try that.
As for the gym music being interrupted, I will say that I don't really like that much, even when I'm not playing the game. Like, not even just the low health one either, but even the last Pokemon song, I don't really like that interrupting the gym song. I would prefer to just listen to the gym leader's theme rather than, like, having it interrupted for anything, really.
Most games have good gym leader themes.
Yeah, Johto's gym leader theme goes hard. That's one of my favorites.
And with Toby Fox by Sword and Shield, actually, he did make the final Pokemon theme a lot closer to the original gym leader one, just more hype in it.
Tricky Tony.
I think that's going to be his plan for the others, considering it's a very similar thing for Scarlet and Violet. And it works.
I called him Tricky Tony in a friend server, and I had to explain that that's just an alias that he's been given. Because they didn't know who Tricky Tony was. And I'm like, oh man, now I have to explain Tricky Tony.
It's another one of Tony's tricks. I first heard it when, like, Snap You Penny said it when she actually... whenever he gets her crying.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's how I explained it. I explained Tricky Tony as a name that's used for him mostly as a derogatory when something in the game makes somebody upset. Or, like, makes them emotional.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, phone call.
Isn't Tricky Tony like a type of... Let finish! Sean, finish!
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Isn't Tricky Tony a type of pasta?
Ah. Black 2 and White 2 are the harder versions. That kind of checks out. Again, I wouldn't know because I haven't played either myself. I should at some point.
I've got through White with... I've blacked out like 3 times, but overall, I've had a lot of Pokemon Fate as well, but it's not been too much of a struggle.
Well, Black and White is the generation where, like, the very first gym decides to screw over your starter Pokemon, which is very interesting.
Yeah. If only Berg, like, Gen 5 has such a strong bug roster. If only Berg were later, in Black and White and Black and White 2, I believe, both times, he is the 3rd gym leader.
Speaking of Snapcube, by the way, I fucking love their Chris voice so much.
And it's just Holly's bit.
Yeah, it's just a deadpan voice. It's like...
I seem to have found more moss in the corner.
It's like very vaguely Duke Nukem sometimes. With the delivery. And that's very, very fun. Chapter 3 and 4 really are so good. Both of them. Oops. I'm so glad I was proven wrong about Deltarune when I like had my first thoughts about it with Chapter 1. Because I very much did not care for it when Chapter 1 came out.
I was interested, but it was Chapter 2 that got me hooked, and then these just had me invested.
Yeah, no, Chapter 2 was when I was like, okay, no, this is actually peak. I was wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Alright. Let's see if I can make myself some, like, blade of grass, thorn chakram, things like that. See if that'll help me. So I'm at a roadblock with this stupid clam right now.
Run!
The clam that I hate. Once SSO comes out, I might never fight Infernum Giant Clam again, depending on how good the rework there is. I really don't like Infernum Clam.
Let's kill.
Let's kill Mario with hammers. Let's stomp your fingers, 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 fingers.
So, I'm in a server where they're doing a handwriting reveal, and the moment I posted mine, it was just a wall of, okay, fucking Shakespeare.
Joe Mama. Your mother. Your mother. Your mother. I think that's an inside joke that no one understands.
Inside who? I'm inside with who?
Friend.
Yes, I knew you were gonna say that as well.
What do you expect? We were just talking about Deltarune. No.
Like a friend inside me is just forever a Deltarune thing.
If you've ever heard the Kyle Allen song Recording Town, it starts off with like, y'all know him, y'all love him, and like it became an inside joke to just make it go, your mother, your mother. I don't know, Kyle Allen makes some good music. Sometimes the lyric writing really, really makes me chuckle, because there have been times where Kyle Allen really, really fumbles with lyrics. Trying to think. There's one of the lyrics in one of their FNAF VR songs that says the lies that they told you weren't true. And that's very... I think their main problem is redundancy. That's the thing that comes up the most, I feel.
I've been redundant before.
Just redundancy with the lyrics. The songs are still good, but like, sometimes I get really, really nitpicky about lyrics. It doesn't really impact it that much. Okay, but the lyrics for the Hello Puppet song actually does impact it, because those are very, very bad sometimes at some parts of it. I think the Riley, is Riley the name? I think her name's Riley from Hello Puppets. Assuming anybody still knows what Hello Puppets is. But yeah, the Riley verse is... It has no flow. It has zero flow.
Lowrider.
And it's like, I'm sorry, Riley, but they should not have put you on the track.
I am back.
Hello.
Morning.
I'm currently insulting Riley's bars.
Who is Riley?
From Hello Puppets. which
What?
like I'm sure everybody has forgotten about Hello Puppets, but it was a one-off like VR mascot horror game that had like it was a single entry and it was pretty short. It's where Mortimer Handy is from, if you know Mortimer Handy.
I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he is basically the principal of Arch Abaddon's Academy in Roleplay Universe.
Charlie,
Yes.
I would like to be asking you right now if you'd like to come pay me a visit on Tuesday at Newhouse.
On Tuesday. Well, I'll see if I can.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
I am not in fact asking that question at the moment.
oh.
As much as I'd like to be, because my brother's meant to be visiting then.
Oh
Apparently.
no.
I might still ask if I can have you over on Tuesday anyway. It is.
The frightful brother.
It's unfortunate, but it is going to be £1.80 per bus ticket.
It's also going to be $35,000 to brother.
No, but
He's not a daughter.
hopefully I'll have my full new and improved gaming setup up by the time you're able to visit though. So
New and improved 45 Spurs gaming PC.
yes, complete with a PS2, PS1, Switch, Wii.
I mean, it'll be cool, but it's no half a car. Half a car, my beloved. Me about to flex half a car on all of my friends for the rest of time.
You finally have a PC that can outperform mine.
Hooray!
And because you got it a couple years after I got mine, it cost you about the same as mine cost me.
Hooray! And also, it was a simple flip steel, so that's how you know it's quality.
Well, my next PC, I'm gonna get the limited edition Charlie Art case.
When this PC arrived at my house, they were like, "Yo, what up?" And I was like, "Yo, what up? Prepare to sit in the back room for 6 months while I don't use you."
I remember the first time you had to like compile a build of your game on that PC, and you realized, wait, it was taking me hours before, now it's done in like 20 seconds. What the fuck?
Yeah. Biggest mistake of my goddamn career, not switching to the PC immediately. It would have been so easy. I just thought it would have been harder.
Will Wood's songs will be called "Oh Good Gumdross, Mr. E. Catholic Autism Spectrum discovers his internalized homophobia was aimed at himself, and will open with a guy who sounds like a blood bomb monster screaming, the crewmate of blood placed to be in a Care Bear urn on accident."
Can I say, Will Wood song titles are literally just the O meme with the fish looking inside the toilet. that's just Will Wood song titles. Oh, that's FNAF using AI to power its animatronics.
I swear to fucking God.
Ah, a bee got me again. Damn bees.
If I see one more idiot assuming procedural generation means AI slop, I am killing myself. No.
Sometimes I like saying things just to like make people go no, 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 God no. And then like after I say it and they start panicking, I'll clarify that I'm just saying it for the sake of it, and I'm just being like ha 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 ha, just making fun of the people that actually believe it.
Now,
I just like causing like a split second of panic and people thinking like, oh my God, she's an idiot.
Well, it's not a split second of panic, it's just like a permanent feeling about you that I have.
That I'm an idiot?
In an endearing way.
What?
Like, I think if I left a trail of cupcakes behind, you'd follow it into a location.
Just picturing Kirby following the trail of apples.
Exactly
it's
like
me.
Kirby following the trail of apples, actually, but it's you. Yes, exactly.
God. I'm not a mindless drifter for the last time.
Maybe I'd believe you if you didn't drift so mindlessly, you know?
The only times I ever drift is when it's in Mario Kart.
Yes, I've never caught you getting incredibly distracted by random things.
No, haven't.
I saw... What
That's
did
my
I
favorite.
see?
That's my favorite FNAF World boss.
I saw...
Yeah, I fucking love that guy.
Okay, maybe I'm just not here. Who is I saw?
He's the boss in the caves in FNAF World. He's so cool. He's the giant eyeball. He's the guy that I always am on the Pizzeria Roleplay Remastered so that I can troll roleplay servers and get them pissed off. Because now there's just a giant eyeball.
He's real.
He's real?
He's
Of course he's
real.
real. Ah, man, you haven't played enough FNAF World. Isaw's amazing.
Were you looking for the character from the One Night at Flumpy's series I saw?
Well, it's a dinosaur-like creature with a bunch of, like, fleshy heads all over him, with eyeballs all over him. He's strange. I like Eyesore as well.
I saw.
I think the lore behind Eyesore is that he's just made up of all the corpses of Flumpty's victims. I think that was the lore. I forgot my Victide armor. Local idiot can't remember two things for 1 second. More at 5.
Put a garlic sausage on screen.
No, that's disgusting. That's the most
My flan on
disgusting
screen,
thing
then.
you've ever said. Your flan?
I might...
Hmm.
Yeah, put my Mgor on screen.
I might 3D print an Alphonse helmet at some point, actually.
Oh, that
What do you
would be
think
really
of that, man?
cool.
Does it look nice?
I actually can't think of Full Metal Alchemist anymore without picturing that one guy who's like really into both Murder Drones and Full Metal Alchemist, because I see him,
Yeah.
I keep seeing him so much, and it's still really endearing how under every single art post he talks about his Full Metal Murder Drones AU, and like with a random Full Metal Alchemist picture attached. It's so endearing.
Which show do you think's better out of the two?
Well, like, being realistic, it's probably Full Metal Alchemist, let's be real. The writing and pacing is so much better.
Brotherhood especially is great. I do want to watch the 2003 one at some point with you, but I think give it a bit more time between watching Brotherhood and 2003. You know what I mean?
As much as I love Murder Drones, asking which is a better show between it and Full Metal is really not a question.
Which is a better show between Murder Drones and Azumagadio?
I guess as a manga, that one's a little harder.
You think it would be different if it were called Bearded Dragon Maid?
Just because I wasn't that... I wasn't that big into as a manga even when we watched it, but...
I get that.
okay, alright.
Audibly off guard, that caught you.
I was like in the middle of a sentence and then you hit me with that.
I really enjoyed Azumagadio. I think it was funny as shit at times. I
Yeah.
think Nichiju was consistently funnier though.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
as a manga. I don't like fully get how it ended up having such a grasp over internet culture as a whole.
But it was, I mean, you didn't have many options back in the day.
I guess. Which was
for
bigger,
anime in the
because
West.
I wasn't like I was a baby when this was like it was this era, and I didn't look into it at all. Which was bigger on the internet, as a manga or Lucky Star?
Oh, that's fucking tough.
It is, because both of them are so huge. They are internet titans.
I think
Shut up, Sean.
The thing, I think as a manga, even nowadays, probably has a far bigger fan base.
Like
But
the
I
Outhouse.
think I think it's less consistently people who've actually watched the show, and more people who only know it from memes and
Yeah.
like specifically Osaka.
We should have a group watching of the Owl House.
I'm trying to
Or
think.
worse,
I'm trying to think, like, which I've seen more in TF2 as well. Like, people with, like, Osaka PFPs or people with Konata PFPs. Because both of them are very, very prevalent in TF2 especially. Even nowadays. I don't know, it might recently be Osaka, but, like, over the course of my entire time playing TF2, that's a harder question. Because I didn't recognize Osaka back then, and I did recognize Kanata.
you know what would be a good judge? Actually, I've not watched them in ages, but a good judge of which was more popular at the time would be watching through AMV Hell, like the earlier ones especially.
I haven't watched Lucky Star. I've only seen clips of it, but I've seen like a lot of clips of it, and it has been pretty funny what I've seen of it.
Lucky Star's good.
I don't know if it, like, as a
Um,
whole, what the quality's like.
Lucky Star's decently good.
I know Kanata is the one that everybody loves.
K-on's another one from around that time.
Yeah, I don't think
Good
K-on's
obviously
quite
for
as big, but
K-on's not
it's
quite as
definitely
big.
huge. It's definitely like one of the... It's definitely a big internet thing anime, just not quite to the scale of Azumanga and Lucky Star. Jesus, yeah, no, I don't like this fight. I'm just gonna go back when I've massively outscaled it. Fuck that.
Cute girls doing cute things is a surprisingly popular genre.
I saw Konata and Osaka in my New Year's dream. What does it mean? Osaka is good luck. Konata means you're ill-fated, so I guess it balances out.
That is the name meanings, isn't it? I think I've heard the Kanata one before. I will be honest, I did like Kanata a lot when I saw the Lucky Star clips. So as much as she is like the normie, everyone's favourite, I like her. And she might be my favourite of the four. All four of them are good. I don't remember much about Lucky Star because it's been ages since... Whoa! It's been ages since I've seen anything from it.
I mean, we could watch through it at some point.
We could, yeah.
I am still working on that list of shows that we should watch through together at some point. Because, I mean, my thinking is, what do we want to watch? You seem like you'd probably like a lot of the cute girls doing cute things genre.
Yeah, since I am so big on slice of life, that sounds like...
So we're
it makes
looking at
sense.
Lucky Star, we're looking at K-On!, Bocce Season 2 when that comes out naturally.
Yeah. What's the name... What is the name of the Maid Cafe anime? Because I watched that one as well. It wasn't really my favorite. I didn't get too into it, even though I did watch a lot, like the full thing. I don't even remember its name.
Okay. I'm gonna need more of a description than that.
It's the Maid Cafe where each girl at the cafe is like supposed to be playing a different type of dere. The one that the Smile Sweet Sister sadistic one. Really should have just said that. Don't remember its name.
Okay, Blendes.
Blendes, yeah. I didn't get big into it at all.
I like the memes that came from the opening more than I like the show itself.
Same, honestly. I've never seen Love Live at all. I only know Love Live for like Sivaguna memes. That's the only thing I know about Love Live, is that it's got that one girl who like has become a sort of channel mascot for Sivaguna, and it also has Snow Halation, which is also big for Sivaguna. Here's the Eye of Cthulhu, who may or may not be popular in Silvergunner. I don't think so.
Love Live's good. I've got issue 1 of I've got volume 1 of the manga.
Maybe I'll give Love
And
Live a
I
watch at some
enjoyed
point, because it looks like something I might enjoy.
I've thrown it on the list of stuff to watch together. Obviously, another category of stuff we should probably watch, and we've already kind of covered because we watched Madoka Magica, didn't we?
Yeah, Madoka Magica was really good.
Shit that well, it doesn't necessarily fall into the sort of stuff we normally watch. Although I suppose Madoka Magica kind of does, doesn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
Is either incredibly influential or is just too good of a show to ignore. Like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood absolutely falls into that category.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd have watched that on your own.
Probably not. I definitely wouldn't have watched Goblin Slayer on my own, because it's kind of like Ewan said, the stigma around Goblin Slayer online kind of like scared me off of ever watching it, even though it really, really is the first episode, and I did really like Goblin Slayer.
Yeah. And like, it kind of keeps that consistent theming that it sets up in the first episode.
Yeah,
Like, that sort of shit
it's just that the
comes back,
first
but
episode
it's
is
never
like the
just-
most extreme, I guess.
The first episode's the most extreme by far, and there's a good fucking reason for it, because it's there
Yeah.
to set the tone. It's there to show this is the sort of setting this is. Be prepared for that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And it really pays off well on that.
Among Us potion.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an anime I can in good faith like recommend to most people to watch. But like, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
So shit that's too influential to ignore. This
I
is
think,
shit
like-
that really has a lot of influence. Shit like Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
for example.
I think
Gundam,
I would
Dragon
say,
Ball, well, that's a bit long.
trying to think, like, my least favorite anime that I've ever watched out of the ones that I have seen is probably Eromanga, because it falls into like the kind of things I hate in anime, where it's so obviously fetish content. And I'm not really big on barely disguised fetish in anime. I watch anime for like slice of life or really cool action stuff. I'm not interested in fetish.
Yeah. So here's a really influential anime and an example of one we're absolutely not going to be watching. Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Little
And
long.
there's a good reason for that. Because the original Dragon Ball, 153 episodes.
Ouch. Got these servants.
That's a lot. Now, to be fair, consider how much like Star Wars shit we watched.
True. But Star Wars is Star Wars, it's Clone Wars. And Bad Batch. I mean, it's not like it's the Acolyte or something.
We watched, I mean, for Clone Wars, we ended up watching well over 100 episodes.
Dude, that's like that plot summary of the Acolyte that came from the same TF2 YouTuber I was talking about a little bit ago. I said it, but it genuinely fucked with my head. Like, what is happening? Is this an actual Star Wars show?
Well, here's the thing with Dragon Ball, right? I mentioned Dragon Ball 153 episodes, right? That's just Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, 291. Dragon Ball Z Kai, 167. Dragon Ball Super, 131. Dragon Ball GT, 65, though we can kind of ignore GT.
Infernum I is very fun. I'm happy to be doing this instead of Giant Clam.
Like, that's too big for us to reasonably work our way through.
Yeah. Ah, shoot. It's really bad when he gets so many hits on you at once. So that's just locking you into a chain reaction. You've gotta dodge him. He's not that tough, but when he hits you, it can be hard to get out of. He's not tough, but I'm also not that skilled. It's been a long time.
Okay, Sailor Moon, admittedly, very long.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon's like 200 episodes.
So glad this song's playing instead of the Infernum music. I decided not to enable Infernum music for this playthrough because like, the more time has passed, the more I realize, damn, this soundtrack really isn't that good. Sorry.
What was the other ones I was looking at? Watch.
Sorry to Pin Neon, I just do not really like Infernum's soundtrack. There are good songs in Infernum's OST, but I think it doesn't justify the bad in it. Which is to say, every song that has Sky After Rain in it, and then some. Argus's theme, bleh.
Oh, that's an influential one, actually. Yeah, Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant.
There goes the eye. That was fun. Eye is one of my favourite pre-hard mode Infernum fights. Okay, right, I forgot for a second. I'm playing on goddamn death mode, so I'm technically playing death, so the Blood Moon is like, hope you like 269 enemies all on you at once, buddy. I hope you don't like playing this game, because I'm Fabsol, and I fucking hate people who play this game, so I'm gonna make it as miserable as possible, because I'm miserable. I hope they tweak this, now that Fabsol's gone. Gone, obliterated. Never to be seen again. Never to be ever seen again.
Pockets full of something eyes will lament, never to be ever.
Oh shoot, seahorse jump scare! Ouchies.
I'm sure at least one of you will have heard of Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant before.
I might have. It doesn't. The name doesn't ring a bell though.
It had quite a big impact on lesbian storytelling.
Blade of Grass is really good for crowd control here.
But
Might be my go-to for the goblins.
It does often, like, its impact on lesbian storytelling is often ignored by virtue of the fact it's Japanese. So people are a bit weird about it sometimes.
It's ignored.
Yeah. I mean, it's anime. People are always weird about it.
People just do not like acknowledging the influence Japanese media has on Western stuff, and I kind of get it.
The thing with anime is that, like, the reason that I haven't watched a lot of anime is just because of, like, how common it is for anime to get very, very weird. And I wish it didn't. I just wish it didn't. Like, no. 'Cause, like, I just want to watch Slice of Life. Why are you fucking a sister now?
I have a lot of issues with things deciding. Right. I'm in my genre. I must do something you are not okay with.
Incest's a big one. A lot of anime has a big incest issue for some goddamn reason.
Here's my explanation for that, actually, right? Because Japanese media is very different from West. They don't necessarily do kids shows over there. There's more, like if you watch a cartoon in the West, it's either a kids show or it's adult animation, right? And you're gonna see incest and shit like Family Guy or Rick and Morty, and you're gonna see a load of like that other weird shit and stuff like that. But you're kind of prepared for it.
Cookass, it's raining. Protect my head.
You're kind of prepared for it when you see it in Western media, though, because you're seeing it in Western media, which is explicitly advertised as like this is a adult animation thing. You expect that weirdness.
GP recently said on a stream how much he hates rain in video games, and I think he's completely right. In Minecraft and in Terraria especially, whenever it rains, it makes me miserable, because it's like, oh great, now the game looks like 10 times worse because it's goddamn raining, and also there's a bunch of like little things that just make the gameplay worse now that rain is happening.
You've got to make the rain look and sound nice.
Yeah, lightning going off every goddamn 3 seconds is not that nice. Hi, Blissful Misery. I think lightning going off every 3 seconds is really annoying, and also, have you ever been in a thunderstorm in real life? How often does lightning strike?
I mean, there are a lot of places, probably in the States, I assume, that will have much more active ones.
Not every 3 seconds, though. It's a video game.
In the East, I also think there tend to be more active weather events too.
Sometimes I want to relax, though, and I don't just want to hear, like, all the time, going off constantly. It's so obnoxious.
No, but like I was saying, Japan doesn't necessarily have that same distinction between adult animated media and child's animated media. Like, obviously, outside of shit like hentai.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, you would, like, in the West, you wouldn't ever air, like, Clone Wars in the same time slot as you're airing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, would you?
I
That'd
guess
be
not.
stupid because despite both being like cartoons and animated, one of them is much more mature and dark than the other, isn't he?
Yeah, because the Clubhouse has a lot of like twisted background.
Well, have you seen the episode where Goofy, like, viscerally splits himself in 4?
Have you seen the episode where Minnie just gets hacked in half with a meat cleaver?
Minnie! That's why she didn't respond.
Like, but Mickey Mouse Clubhouse time slot, I'm fairly certain, because it's a preschool block, that is right. Yeah, I can't remember the exact times, but it's like mornings, isn't it?
You're a traveling merchant. Pretty much. I mean, I would always watch silly cartoons in the mornings.
Yeah, but shit like I remember watching Clone Wars on Cartoon Network. That sort of shit airs a bit later in the day
Yeah.
because it's a bit more mature. They don't want to like preschoolers watching it.
Mm-hmm. Rainbow.
In the East, it's a bit different.
Tiger skin.
Like,
I like this painting. You can have it. This song's so nice. I prefer this song over the town music. That's why I've got this music box playing. The town music's not really my favorite jam.
Okay, yeah, I found a exact example actually, which perfectly illustrates what I'm talking about with the difference between East and West.
Yep.
So, the Pokemon anime in Japan, that airs about 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock every Friday in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So you'd think, well, Pokemon's a kid's show. On the scale from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to Clone Wars, it's closer to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse end of things.
I don't think Clone Wars should be the end of that scale.
Well, it shouldn't, but it's the example I'm using, right?
Yeah.
It's far closer.
We'll roll with it.
It's far closer to Mickey Mouse. Like tonally, it's closer to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse from Clone Wars. Do you know what shows have historically aired in Japan in the 5:30 to 6 p.m. time slot?
Not really, no.
Well, basically every Gundam show.
Huh?
And those get pretty fucking dark.
Mm.
Why is that shit? Why is shit which gets really fucked? Like people die in gruesome ways. Like there's blood and violence, and like some of them have like implied sexual assault and shit like that.
Why did I react like that? No! That's not a joke. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm clearly delirious because like fucking hell.
That specific phrase brought me out of dissociating, and then I immediately, like, fully regained consciousness to a.
I
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like a little sleepy, so like hearing the term suddenly like maybe go and like I don't know, man.
You just lean back in your seat and extend.
I didn't lean back in my seat. No, I just gasped.
We are talking about. We are talking
No!
about a show with gore and violence and like implied sexual assault in some of them, and like child grooming in the sense of grooming a child to be a human weapon, and also some characters who are implied to be involved in pedophilic shit. Like, I know Shah has mommy issues and he prefers women who can be like a mother to him because he's a pathetic little man-child, but like, did he really need to seduce Cress for his plan? The girl considerably younger than him, like the 13-year-old? I doubt it. This is a show where like a man in his 30s or 40s tries to seduce a 13-year-old for political purposes, and it airs right before Pokemon.
I see.
There's nowhere near as big of a distinction drawn between what's more adult media and what's more child-friendly media in the East.
Yeah. That's
Like,
all painted.
Obviously, that's a pretty extreme example, right?
Yeah. A little too extreme.
But yeah. Although I think the shit with Quest was in Shah's counterattack, and that was technically only in cinemas. So, my point still stands about having an extremely violent show with like lots of bad dark shit, and then Pokemon right afterwards.
I mean, the scariest thing I saw as a kid was like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
And that was enough to scare me as a child.
We should watch.
I don't know what.
We should watch Ghost Stories.
I was scared by simple stuff, but at the same
I
time.
thought you were gonna say I was scared by simple flips. This is where I get you.
I watched Silence of the Lambs when I was like 6, and it was just like, okay, why am I watching this?
Yeah, Mum had an interesting idea of what she should show us as kids. She's kind of like, hey, I like this. You will like this too. Without taking into account the fact that, Mama, I'm 5.
Mummy, I have not got the concept of anything.
Alright, but here's a cannibal. Oh, cannibal.
You don't develop object permanence. It is time. Those you.
I don't know if I watched much stuff that I shouldn't have watched as a kid. It was mainly all Newgrounds stuff that I shouldn't have consumed as young as I did, was like Newgrounds animations, because I had unsupervised access to the internet, and that didn't really scar me, really. I didn't see like the worst of Newgrounds. Thankfully, like, thank God! I could have had it so much worse with what I saw on Newgrounds. I'm so thankful I didn't. Because most of my time on Newgrounds wasn't spent watching stuff, it was spent playing the stuff, which was like, to make your own Sonic OC and make your own Minecraft skins. That's what I did on Newgrounds.
Have you ever seen One Punch Man?
No.
Alright.
All I know about One Punch Man is that he one punches, and there's also this really hot girl.
Which hot girl are you talking about?
The one that like... Okay, well that's bad actually, because I don't know... They're an adult, right? The frickin' small one.
Yes.
Yeah, the small one's an adult. they're an adult. They're just also short. I don't think
They
they're
are a
like.
short adult.
I hope at least that the joke with them isn't haha lowly. It's just that she's short. Because a lot of the time with Japan, it is just haha lowly, and I'm like, dude, you fucking ruined it.
Okay. A lot of the joke with her, from what I recall, is... Well, firstly, that she's fucking moody and impatient and rude. But also that people don't take her seriously.
Yeah, the thing is, you can claim that the character's not a child, but if you have them, like, if you have everybody treat them like a child and then they act like a child, it's like, congratulations, it's practically just a child.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, dragon maid. You fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
I am so disappointed by that show every single time I think about it. Why not just focus on, like, you know, the really, you know, the really attractive actual, like, you know, Toru, Elma? Why the child? Why do we have to do that?
They
the
are
fuck?
canonically thousands of years old, right?
Yeah.
Why are you sending them to an elementary school?
Look, that's not even the worst that Dragon Maid does. It's just such
I
a
know.
shit-ass show.
I know.
Ururu, I will say Ururu is like a really good character design that's absolutely fucking ruined by the boobs. It is comical how good of a design Ururu could be if she wasn't such blatant horny bait.
Just shrink. But boobs don't need to be that big. Just shrink them slightly.
Shrink the boobs, give her a pair of pants or shorts or something. And you've got an actual
don't
cool character
even-
design. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, Dragon Maid.
You don't even have to make them that much smaller. Just shrink them a tiny bit. Do you know what the wiki fucking says?
No, I
for
think
her-
you do
for her
need to make
age?
them a little bit smaller. I don't think she is of age either. She's
Oh
not.
no, well, the dragon characters are all technically of age because they're physically that old.
No.
But that's not the
Uh-uh.
case with their human bodies, right? The official guidebook lists the age of their human form, how old their human bit is meant to be.
That's a cute hat.
Guess how old Iruru's human age is?
Last I checked, it was like 16.
It's 16!
Yeah. Like, and I'm like, come the fuck on.
Why do you have to make them 16 and then give them tits bigger than their head?
Okay. Because the author of Dragon Maid is a genuinely fucking abhorrent person.
Guys, Sakuya Iroi confirmed chapter 8 boss.
in Deltarune!
Yeah.
Oh my god, nah.
What was that?
Sean, have you... I can't talk. I can't talk about this with Kieran around, but that's really bad because oh my god, like there's something in chapter 3 that I am like lost my mind as how the fuck there's no fucking way he actually put that in, and he did.
If you DM me,
I'll do it after stream. There's a lot about Deltarune, honestly, that I've like lose my mind over. But at the end of the day, it's always like yeah, this is just this like Deltarune. But this one specific thing is so wild. It's wild to me. It's just a one-off thing. Like, it's just a one-off reference, but the thing it's referencing, man. What the fuck? I did just make the Crabulon summon. I don't know if I'm ready for Crabulon, which is a very, very funny sentence. I acknowledge that. What? I'll see how much I can accomplish fighting Crab.
Is it just like a one-off? Well, not one-off, but a single dialogue box?
It's not a single dialogue box, but it's like... It's just like an easily missable thing. There's like 3 dialogue boxes. I don't know, man. Instabridge, where are my Instabridges? I wonder how much Toho you guys encountered on the internet not knowing it's Toho. Because I know for me it was a lot before I actually discovered what a Toho was. Why am I going down here?
Yeah. Mods, put Jake and the Neverland Pirates bullet hell on the screen.
Chapter 5 secret boss, Jake. Mr. Smee. You get like swing cover of the world revolving. I can do anything.
Of anything.
If you had just putting the devil like that.
Wouldn't it be funny if Jevil, like, said, I can do, and then he'd do. Haha. I think that would be pretty fecal funny. Anyways, here's the reanimated carcass Crabulon. Whoa! He's here, and always watching. Crabulon. Ouch! And he can really bite. Oh, that sparks. Dude, if I could... Is there a mod that replaces the Terrarian hurt sounds with Demoman's hurt sounds? Because I would install that within a heartbeat. Oh, that sparks. Ah! That would be so funny. Oh, dude, it was a full moon recently, right? So TF2 did the full moon thing, where the Halloween restricted items are no longer Halloween restricted, and you can use them for like a few days because of the full moon. So I got to use the Fly engineer setup that makes engineers' voice lines like 6 times higher in pitch for no goddamn reason. And then I encountered somebody else doing the exact same thing. So there were just 2 Fly engineers going like... And like, somebody in game was like, someone ban that taunting engineer. And I'm like, which one? My favorite thing to do is be the Fly engineer and then use the banjo taunt because it pitches up the banjo playing as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ah, shoot. Him going down here was really bad. For some reason, he can't get back up. He's fallen and he can't get up. Come on now, Crabulon. Why can't you get up?
Good plan.
Get up!
If only I had a tool for this.
I genuinely cannot fight you. If you stay down there, buddy. What is your issue? What is your malfunction? What's your damage? Get up here! I don't even know what hit me. God damn it. That's bad. I'm gonna have to find a way to prevent him from doing that. Otherwise, Houston, we have a problem. The crab has fallen. Oh yeah, I had to cook up a high quality thumbnail for this, since I can't use the wax one anymore. I played Kirby and the Amazing Mirror this week. I'd say I definitely did enjoy it. There were a few things that, like, annoyed me. The open world was, like... Well, this is, like, back when you basically had to... You had manuals for video games, right? That told you, like, basically everything about the game. So, the actual game itself does not tell you where to go. You just sort of have to explore. So I got lost a couple times. Dark Mind was a very, very hard boss for me. I had to utilize save states for Dark Mind's phases. Just for that final one. It's tough. Some videos on YouTube make it look easy, so maybe I was skill issuing. I don't know how hard Dark Mind is supposed to be, but I was struggling hard. Also, the fact that you have to fight almost the exact same boss 4 times in a row just to even get to that. And also Dark Meta Knight before that, who in himself is also really hard. Yeah, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror's finale got hands. Not an easy fight. I didn't get all the health upgrades neither, because I didn't realize there were health upgrades. Goblin Army. That's a weight off my shoulders. I was wondering when a Goblin Army would happen, because I am in need of one. Now, hopefully with this bridge I've installed, Crabulon shouldn't be able to fall and not get back up. I put a bridge just for you, Crabulon, even though you're my adversary. You best be thankful, you giant fucking crab.
Based upon our discussions regarding what you like and don't like in anime, I have put together a updated list.
You shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't have done what?
Crabulon shouldn't have killed the skeleton merchant. He was not a part of this fight. You killed an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to have me consume his infected fungus. I don't want that.
I have updated my list of shit.
What do I do?
Based off
Oh
what
no!
you like and don't like. Because you seem to like cute girls doing cute shit.
I forgot exactly how this fight plays out.
Funny shit. Good action shit.
Like, Goblin Army's here.
And just generally weird shit.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I punch someone until, like, a rib cuts?
Sorcerer. I'm not letting you cast your sources.
Hey guys, 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 your diagnosis is not valid once you're an adult, and ADHD.
Your diagnosis is not valid!
and autistic meltdowns don't happen in adults. So
He would never say that. Sorry.
You're valid too long.
You've been valid for too long. Your valid warranty has expired. It's like a debit card, you have to renew it. Which I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that soon.
Your bank should just send you out a replacement when it expires.
Hopefully. I don't know how it
Yeah.
works because I'm like only just now being integrated into society.
This will have huge ramifications.
Ouch. This will drastically affect fishing season.
My education into society.
Ow.
Human society.
Society when me when society. It's
Mickey
just
Mouse.
two sad faces. Mickey Mouse,
As you
voice of
know,
all.
I'm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I've even gone ahead and included content warnings in my list for shit that might be triggering to some anime fans.
Oh, cool.
Adult women.
Now,
Oh, no, not actually important.
good one.
What?
High five.
What?
Adult women.
Yeah. I didn't include it for that. I didn't include it for like ecchi shit because I imagine if I'm aware it's got ecchi shit, I can just tell you up front, hey, this has some fan service and shit in it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not inherently
I
bad,
included-
but a lot of the time it's bad.
I included content warnings for the one thing which will put 99% of anime fans off of watching a show, no matter what that show is, how good it is.
Well, there's the goblins. Did I die at all? I don't think so, no. Alright, GG.
Do you know what that feature of a show is?
I don't want this.
The one thing a show can do, which will put off the vast majority of anime fans, is to be a mecha. To have mecha shit.
I also know of a lot of people who dislike mecha. Well,
Why is that?
There's weirdly a bit of a stigma against you. I'm of the opinion that some of the greatest anime of all
Ouch.
time are mecha. The original
What shit?
Gundam, Code Geass, Evangelion, Gurren Lagann. The problem is, people who like Gurren Lagann and Code Geass and Evangelion assume that all other mecha is shit designed solely to sell toys to children. So they have to justify their enjoyment of those other shows by insisting it's not actually mecha. And that, well, actually, real mecha sucks ass and you should hate it and never watch it. Which is odd.
So I have a laser.
If I chopped you up in a laser
mean-
pointer.
I mean, what were you saying about people being put off by it, Sean?
I think he was just saying he has a laser pointer.
no, I meant I was. No, it was a reference to certain bus ride I may or may not have had today, and
Oh.
mecha as in MECCA.
I don't know.
Islamophobia, got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people around here are like that for some reason. About the MVM matches I did yesterday, by the way, like, the starter matches I did in the tour were, like, with a bunch of, like, assholes. Oh, Goblin Tinkerer. Like, a bunch of asshole dudes who were, like, meta slaves who, like, kicked somebody for not being the best pyro. And also, like, had their heavy dressed up with, like, a painted hat to make it look like a freaking Klansman. But the ending match made it worth it, because the ending match was with, like, these really nice people who were having really good banter with each other. And, like, that was so fun. I wish I had more matches like that instead of, like, with the stupid racist TF2 players.
Flog Pyro, Gas Passer.
Guaranteed kick. There's people who'll kick you for being bad at the game, and then there's people who'll kick you for using the gas passer at all in MVM. I just say, it's a fucking game, who gives a shit?
if you're gonna get mad, but I'm too bad, and you're gonna get mad when I use the meta and I start outperforming literally everyone else on the server. What do you want from me?
But no, it made me so happy because there was a heavy. It was his second tour in MVM, and he was having the goddamn time of his life. He was like chatting so much in the chat, and he was like, when there weren't any robots around, he was just firing his minigun in the air and flicking his mouse around all over the place. He was just enjoying life, and I was having so much fun watching that. I wish there weren't people as whimsical as that, like, more often.
Oh, someone else I included that's probably going to be useful to have Charlie in my list.
I think the shield is
Animated
screwing me
watch.
up.
I included how many episodes are in each show.
That's a good thing to know. No. Oh, cool, a spore.
So, like, you can look at this list, and if you're like, oh, I want to watch something that's short, you could pick
I didn't get much
Uma
progress.
Musume Pretty Derby.
Yo,
for
the
instance,
horse
which
girl
is the
one.
shortest one I've included, the Horse Girl one, which is 13 episodes, or alternatively, you could pick one of 2 movies that I've included on the list, Ghost in the Shell and Akira, both because they're so influential to the genre.
Akira.
And you know Akira.
Is that the one where, like, the dude's, like, holding his head and going, like, leave me alone, and there's a voice going, Akira! The one that's been memed so hard? Or is that just a different guy called Akira?
I believe that is from Akira, but that isn't Akira.
Leave me alone! It's just the Peppa Pig voice going, Akira.
That is from Akira, yes.
Awesome.
Something else you might know Akira from is from the Akira slide, which is referenced way too much.
I just know the I just know the meme where the dude's like, leave me alone.
Do you know that slide Shadow the Hedgehog did on his bike going off the top of the fucking building?
Oh yeah, that's from Akira.
That's the Akira slide. That's an Akira reference.
Oh. I might have heard of it before. I might have watched a video, like, without actually knowing what it was about, just titled every, like 10 minutes of Akira slides. And it's just dudes sliding. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I think I've seen the one you talk about, the 3 decades of Akira slide homages.
Yeah, I might have watched something like that, just, like, not really being in the know, just watching it for the sake of it. Just watching a bunch of dudes sliding.
It's been referenced a lot.
It's just because I like stuff like that, like, akin to the Wilhelm scream that just shows up.
Yeah. I mean,
Whoa!
even Clone Wars did it.
Yeah.
Officer Jenny did it in an episode of Pokemon, for crying out loud.
That's really funny. Officer Jenny out here with the aura. Screw Lucario. Lucario who?
They're fucking cooking.
Officer Jenny does have aura, to be fair.
Yeah. I like me a badass. Whoa!
Headcanon should let Spears black.
Shut the fuck up! We are not talking about that right now. Can we not? We're not talking about that ever. Don't ever bring that Forsaken slop up to me. Fucking ever. I will smite you.
Immediate fucking adrenaline.
Look, the second you said Shadletsky, I entered, like, full malice mode. Malice mode.
Girl horn start foaming at the mouth.
That's a Calamity Mod reference for all my OGs. OGs, malice mode.
The black bag.
Whoa. Guys, oh my god. Oh, this is bad. This is not good. I'm not really making much progress, am I? Oh, I'm dead, aren't I? I'm so dead, aren't I? If Crabulon would stop going down there, then we wouldn't have this issue, would we? Sadly, it doesn't look like he's injured. I don't think I'm beating Crabulon this stream. I might call it here. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Yeah, I don't think I'll call it here. But that was fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Probably won't be doing this tomorrow because we got Secret of the Mime to do. Now. that's a good DM. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. You'll notice I don't have the Discord or itch logos on this end screen because of me attempting to restart all of Streamlabs because I thought that was something I needed to do. That's okay though. I'll see you all tomorrow for Secret of the Mimic. Hopefully. That's the big plan at least. Yeah, that's hopefully gonna be fun. Yeah, be sure to tune in then. Till then, have a great rest of your night. And yeah, I will catch you